Hello to you all. This feels so weird. I thought I'd get on and greet on camera. I've been having conversations with myself about this, about why I don't do it. And I just thought the only way to know is to try. First of all, there's a whole lot of figuring out like how to actually do this. And I did manage to make sure I've got my mic on so that you can hear me in my office. And I've decided that this could never, well, not right now, it will not work for channeling. There's so many things. I feel like it's sensory overload, first of all. I'm looking at my face, which doesn't work. And I don't know how I feel about it. I think what was most important was to come on and greet with my face. And did I say it's sensory overload? There's just too much going on. I'm staring at a laptop. I'm staring at my face. I'm wondering whether this is even gonna save, if I'm gonna get to the end of the video and have lost it. I'm just so used to using my voice recorder. And every time I look at the camera, the angle is... But what's interesting is that earlier you see, my screen just switched off. So now, okay, it's still on. Yeah, it's still on. But earlier when I came out here, just to set up with my blanket out here and water and my cards and my pen and my pencil, there's a lot of stuff that I already bring out here, you know? And I saw a yellow butterfly. And it actually came pretty close to me. Butterflies don't usually come very close to me. And I just felt like the timing was perfect. And, you know, I feel like I'm overcoming something here. And I'll never force something that is not comfortable. I just needed to get to the bottom of what is uncomfortable. And I see what it is. Because when I started Pyramid Energy, it was more about keeping it simple, to put as few as possible barriers between thinking of starting a video or recording something and actually doing it. And so there's a lot of interference in the planning, and I'm not willing to compromise my office. My office is very important to me. And so as part of the setup, this is too much. Yeah, it's too much. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that happens here, and I don't know what it's like for anyone else. One must definitely stick to what works for themselves. And this is like trying to take magic and store it in a bottle, thinking that when you open that bottle later, the magic will still be there in the bottle. And that's how I feel about my audios. I feel like I'm able to capture magic just as it is in a bottle. And the screen time is definitely not a part of that. But I still I think that it was important to show my face, to greet, to say hello, put a face to a name, not just a picture. It's not the same. It's not the same. And so maybe I will do this once in a while, whenever I feel called. I wonder, I switch spots every day here in the garden. It really depends on where the shade is. The bird bath is here. That's where the birds visit. There's also a tree up there that they, am I turning it the right way? There's a tree up here that they like to, I don't even know which way I'm turning the camera, that they like to visit. There's lots of trees around here. Here more. Wrong side of the camera. Which way am I turning? Wrong way. Oh, you see this camera business? Let's see. It's this hand-eye coordination. There's a lot that's needed here. Nobody can say I didn't try. Yeah, at least I'm over this. Like, it's not, it was never about showing up. I realized that. It was never about showing up. You know, when I'm channeling, it's kind of like I'm speaking into this nothingness that's created in front of me. It's like this whole space. So in the space, there's information, you know, in my body, in the space around me. And what this camera does is that it reduces the space. It's taking up a lot of space. It's the only thing I can see right now. It's the only thing I can see. It's interesting how you feel called to do things a certain way, and you literally have to put aside everything about how other people do their stuff. And I've done some research, you know, just my own research on YouTube, looking at other creators. Some do their videos like mine, you know, put text on the screen, nothing else, just their voice. And for a long time, you sit and wonder what they look like, you know, like the mystery. So I thought maybe it's the mystery I'm into. And over time, I realized there's nothing mysterious. I mean, there's no mystery. Everyone has a face, I think. Must never assume anything. And you wonder whether it's for privacy reasons. I suppose that's valid. But in this space, I pretty much bare my soul. And so a face becomes like nothing. It's like nothing. And coming on here today has kind of proven it to me that it's nothing in this space but a distraction and a space vampire. There we go. I also wanted to tell you that I have space for 3 personal readings this month of October. To get them done during October, I'd need you to let me know by about the end of next week if you'd like one. I'll be doing them at $55 instead of the $111 that I usually do, and they'll be 20 minutes long, so they won't be an hour long. I let Spirit guide the energy, so I don't ask questions for readings. I stopped doing that a long time ago. I'd ask for questions, and then people would say, oh, I'd like to know about, you know, my career, my love life, you know, money. And there's absolutely no way you can begin with that. And now that I am where I am in my journey, I realize that all of those things, at the center is Spirit. At the center of all those things, that actually runs all those things and creates all those things and balances all those things, fixes them, is Spirit. And I've also found that when you deal with one pocket, let's say, of energy, one matter in a reading, once you work through that energy, it doesn't work in your life in isolation. It filters into the rest of your life. So if there's a way you were approaching something for example, at work, and you will listen to the reading and you will know exactly what it's about. Sometimes I'll say, this is to do with work, this is to do with, and the energy gets clearer as we go. But once you deal with that one energy, that one way of showing up, ooh, the color just changed. Like I got like a thing of bluish purple, like rainbow colors in front of me. Interesting observation. This experiment is interesting. There it is again. Maybe it's just a glare, who knows. But anyway, there's a black and yellow butterfly that just flew past me. I haven't seen butterflies in a long time. It's telling me to mix it up now and then. It's telling me to mix it up. And it's actually telling me to mix it up so that I can check in with myself about why I'm not showing my face. And I feel like this, sorry for changing the topic, but this yellow represents showing up and one's confidence and all of those things. And I feel like doing this, even though I might not do camera for all other videos, I feel like doing this, there's a purple semicircle in front of me right now. Doing this is clearing up a whole lot of things in my solar plexus. There was a lot of noise. And things are clarifying for me. And I think it's important to clarify those things, your reasons for doing stuff and not doing stuff, so that once you create your space, you know why things are the way they are and why you show up the way you do. Anyway, that energy kind of filters out into the rest, all of the other spaces. So if there's a relationship issue, one relationship, once you sort that thing out, you're not going to change behavior just because you're somewhere else. You're going to realize it works to sort it out there. You're going to have solved the root problem, and it just filters out into the rest of your life. That's what I've found on my healing journey, is nothing works in isolation. Nothing works in isolation. And once you heal one thing, it has a ripple effect on the rest of your life. And so that's my invitation. I also want to say thank you for emails I've been receiving. When I read an email, I get so curious, and I can't do that thing where I'm like, I won't read it, I'll read it later. I can't do that. I'm too curious. So I read it, but it also gives me time to figure out how to respond or what to respond, and to just allow the information to settle in. And so I respond to every email. I respond to every message. Thank you so very much for all of the love. I'm just trying to think about whether there's anything else that has been sitting with me that I've been wanting to share. Yesterday when I recorded that video, so much has changed since then, I must say. I'm so grateful. It's so important to ground stuff somewhere. And I'm grateful that while I was not able to write, that I had somewhere to ground all of this information that I was needing to transmute. Someone commented, I read it this morning in the comments, someone commented asking if I transmute energy. Yes, I do. I suppose it's something that I've wondered, is it not something we all do? Perhaps we all just do it to a different extent. Because I work on my own energy. So if I work on my own energy, naturally anything that comes into my space will also be worked on. So I think it's also a natural process. I've seen it happen with people that I'm physically close to. I've seen it happen in rooms. I can feel it. And it's not so much that I know what the room is like. I can feel the shift in the person. I can feel the shift in the space. And I also notice sometimes as I'm speaking to someone, they could know nothing about me, and they end up saying a whole lot of stuff that they normally don't say. And so I feel like this work that we do, it really goes far. It even helps people who didn't ask for the help. And besides what the impact it has on one's own life and own being, feels so much more worth it to know that there's certain things that happen without even trying. And I'm hoping that over time, to others, it becomes a more conscious process so that they can start using it. You know, it happens faster. It happens faster once you realize you can do it. It really does. At this point, I can hardly see myself on the camera. All I'm seeing is this pinkish purple semicircle. It's like here. I'll draw it for you. It's like goes from here to here. I want to see later if it's still there. And I don't think it's the glare only, because I can see the rest of the screen behind here. I wonder what's going on. Give me a moment. I want to see and look into this a little bit. There's even more color. I wonder if I should... I almost said I wonder if I should draw it, but that would mean I'd have to disconnect my mic, walk inside the house, get something to draw on. It's not happening. I think that's it. Let me just check my notes to see if there was anything else. I now fully understand why people recording video don't stop anything in the middle. Like if someone wants a glass of water, they make you wait. They get up and go get the glass of water and make you wait while, you know, you can fast forward, you know what I mean? Let's see here. No, that's it. Besides that, all my details are below. You can contact me on Instagram, via email. I always leave my address below. Even information for the Facebook community page is linked below. And that's it from me. Sending you all love.